What about Salazar de la Muerte?
Salazar de la Muerte is a believable Puerto Rican street fighter. There's a lot of them that run this gimmick, right? There's a
Yeah.
lot of them that, and I say them as if I'm not Puerto Rican. There's a lot of
Yeah.
us, right, that run that gimmick, right? And I am the most non-stereotypical Puerto Rican of all time. B, I didn't want to be a tough guy, but when you're in there with him, he is that tough as he has a high threshold for pain. I've seen Salazar take like chairs and all kind of things that I would say no way. You know,
Yeah.
I've seen him do that. But on top of that, Salazar's a good man. I will always say that Salazar's a good man. He's a good man to know, and I've spent holidays with him and stuff. He's a great guy. And when it comes to his wrestling, I enjoy watching him wrestle. And I don't mean this as a slight to Carlos, but I enjoy Salazar, what's the word I'm looking for? The solo act,
Yeah.
opposed to him with Carlos. But I'm not always a tag team guy as is.
Yeah. That's why I had Eddie Torres on last night and we talked about Salazar. And that's kind of the same thing I said is that he comes across like a badass and he like for legit, like you don't want to fuck with him for real, for real.
There was a
And that's
time
assessment,
where,
like you said, because everyone tries to act like a badass, but he really comes across like you ain't trying to really fuck with this dude.
well, even in his promos, if I had the ability to cut a promo like that, then that's probably the promo style I would go with. But there's something about the promo. There was one time that Jay Lethal, he did this thing where he was doing like a wrestler's workshop, right? And when he cut the promo, he almost like dropped his voice probably 2 octaves. But when he
Yeah.
cut the promo and how he held the stance, I could be very sporadic when I talk, whenever I'm cutting my promo, and he just held like this quote unquote power stance and delivered the lines, and they were very deliberate, and it felt as almost if he was like a boxer, how boxers wait in the pocket and deliver jabs and hooks. When he was cutting this promo, I remember it clear as day, and even Connor from the Ascension said it was a good promo. I remember a lot of people said it was a good promo. And that's one thing I'll put him over for all the time is that Salazar cuts a great promo, and that Salazar is, the best thing you could be in wrestling, no matter what you are, is believable. And you believe that he is that badass character.
Yeah.